we're here. I guess apparently we disappeared for a moment. So I guess we're back, Surican. But also thank you for resubscribing for 8 months. You're amazing. And oh my gosh, Ergo. Yeah, you're obligated, Ergo. But still, 23 months, that's impressive. We've been doing this for so long, I feel ancient.
Right.
It went offline for just a sec. Ooh, okay. Well, you know what? You know what hasn't been just a sec? Us playing this game. It's been more than a few seconds.
Here, let's look at the save file.
Oh God. It's been, I think, 2 years.
Well, I think it's 2022.
2022?
So just a year and a half. Yeah, June of 2022.
Okay.
A year and a half.
All right. Just a year and a half. So, But I never take that long to finish an Ace Attorney game. So, well, actually, no, that's a lie. But I mean, you know what I mean. I don't usually pause that far in between cases, I don't think. But I'm glad that we were both finally able to come back to this game. Because I know at one point I approached you and you weren't really feeling it. And then you actually recently approached me and I was like, I'm always ready. What are you talking about? I'm always ready for Ace Attorney. So I'm just glad that we're both on board and we're ready to do this again.
Yeah.
But Sir Icken, to answer your question, I'm doing great. It's my day off. I have to go back to work again. So I don't get my full 2 days off. But you know what? I'm okay with that because I get to be off on Saturday as well. But I'm also really happy because I get to be playing Ace Attorney with my favorite guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Icken's here. And I mean, also, you're pretty great too, Icken. No worries. But yeah. You are the best one, Ergo. I'll give that to you.
Thanks.
How are you doing, Ergo?
I'm great.
You're great?
Just like the great Ace Attorney.
Oh, whoa! And then here, before we get into it, since it's been about a year and a half, I pulled up the synopsis of the cases. So just real quick to refresh ourselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not too long. Okay.
No.
So the Adventure of the Great
Departure. Yeah, so that was the first one. So in 19th century Japan, university student Ryunosuke Naruhodo is arrested on suspicion of murdering Professor John H. Wilson in the restaurant of La Carnival. Due to Wilson being a British national, the Japanese government organizes a closed trial in the Supreme Court of
What?
Judicature? Words are weird. In an attempt to resolve the matter quickly and maintain good relations with the United Kingdom, Naruhodo's close friend, Kazuma Asogi, comes to represent him as his defense attorney. However, not wanting to jeopardize Asogi's trip to England, Naruhodo decides to represent himself instead. Asogi nonetheless stands by his side to help him learn the ways of the courtroom. So that was our trial, or not trial, our tutorial level.
Yeah.
And then the Adventures of the Unbreakable Speckled Band, which is based on a boat. Yeah, it's on a boat. And in this investigation-only episode, Kazuma Asogi secretly brings Ryunosuke Naruhodo with him to the steamship SS Borya to travel to London with Susato Mikotoba. During the trip, however, the great detective Herlock Sholmes accuses him in another incident involving a locked room. The title is a reference to the Sherlock Holmes story, The Adventure of the Speckled Band. And then,
I guess that was. It doesn't really tell us what happens.
Well, the Adventures of the Runaway Room. Oh, that's right.
I was going to say it doesn't mention Kazuma dies.
Yeah. So I guess I didn't want to spoil, but yeah, Kazuma dies in that.
He's the victim that we're investigating the murder of.
Yeah, and so they're like, "How could you kill him?" And he's like, "But no, I loved him."
I'm trying to remember how did that turn out again?
I mean, I can't recall all the specifics, but there was the ballerina.
There was a lady that was the ballerina that was trying to escape or something.
Yes.
And then she killed Kazuma because she thought that...
She pushed him. Yeah, she pushed him. He was gonna. It was a misunderstanding because she thought that he knew that she was a runaway, and he was gonna get some help. He was actually gonna go ask Ryunosuke, but she pushed him, and when she pushed him, he hit his head, and that's what killed him. So yeah, that trial was sad. But anyway, The Adventures of the Runaway Room. Upon his arrival in London, Ryunosuke Naruhodo is immediately sent to the Old Bailey to take on a trial involving a murder in a horse-drawn carriage. Although the young lawyer is told that this will be a simple case, Naruhodo soon finds out why nobody else would take the case. His opponent is the prosecutor Barak von Sykes. Or Sykes, I don't know how to say his name. Supposedly cursed as the Reaper of... Zeeks? Okay. Yeah. Supposedly cursed as the Reaper of the Bailey. The trial is further complicated with the arrival of a shadowy witness, a pickpocket going by Gina Lestrade. And then Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro.
I was going to say, should we...
Actually, with that one was the one with McGilder, right? The
the leprechaun.
Willy Wonka gnome
Willy
bitch.
Wonka leprechaun.
Yeah, that guy. But you could tell he was a bad guy. You could tell. Yeah, he sucked.
Yeah, and then it ends with him being burned a lot. Like we get him declared innocent, even though we're like he's probably not actually innocent.
Yep.
And then he ends up burning alive inside.
Yeah.
The wagon.
Horse. Yeah, inside the wagon because it's inside the courtroom.
And so it's like, okay, I guess somebody was trying to get justice or whatever.
Yep.
And then episode 4. I guess if you...
Yeah. The Adventure of the Foggy Knight and Me.
What?
I guess, well, that's what...
Oh, is that the Japanese title?
I think so. Oh, yeah, my bad. I read the wrong thing. But yeah, so The Adventures of the Clouded Kokoro. Ryunosuke Naruhodo is assigned to another case. His defendant this time is Soseki Natsume, a Japanese transfer student living with his cat, Wagahai, who has been charged with stabbing a woman to death. He and Susato Mukotoba encounter Herlock Sholmes, who invites them to move in with him and child genius named Iris Wilson. The defendant is based on Japanese author Natsume Soseki. The reference is further reflected in the use of the Japanese first-person pronoun, Wagahai, in the title and at the cat's name, referencing I Am a Cat, one of Natsume's books. Oh, cool. The English title... Yeah.
I bet... Wait.
What?
You also meet him... Because remember I was playing that Yakuza spin-off game where it's like... But where like Kiryu is like a samurai, like it's in...
Oh, yeah.
It's in those times.
Is he in that?
That author is also in that.
Oh, hey!
Because in that, Kiryu, or the character that Kiryu is playing, helps him come up with the idea for that book.
Oh, look at that. I love that. Let's see, look at this.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. Yakuza and Ace Attorney, it's all connected. The English title is not a direct translation of the Japanese, but instead a reference as Kokoro, another of Natsume's books. But yeah, that one, was that the one about the stabbing? That was the one with the stabbing?
Well, I don't know about stabbing, but...
Well, remember the person got stabbed in the back. Yeah, that was what they were accusing him of doing, was stabbing the person in the back.
But then it turned out that it was like...
She wasn't dead, yeah.
Yeah, she was like in a
alive.
coma or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, then it turned out that it was actually because it was like this weird, bizarre like accident. Because it was like this couple was having an argument, and then what? So what?
She was throwing
she threw
shit.
A knife.
Was
it a knife?
Yeah, I guess it was. But yeah, she was throwing a bunch of shit out the window.
Threw a knife, and it like bounced off of a window and like ricocheted into this woman's back somehow.
Yup. That's what happened. Like, there was just some domestic abuse happening. That's all. But yeah. So, like, when you're talking about it, I do remember bits and pieces, some flashes, because I think the unsuspected or the unspeakable story. That's the one we're on.
Start.
Yeah, that's the one we're on.
Yeah, which we didn't really do any of it yet. So
we haven't started any of it?
That's where we're going to pick up.
All right, we're picking up. This, I guess, is the second to last in this one.
No, this is the last one.
Oh, well, it says the Rants magazine. Bits of content.
That's just bonus content.
Yeah, that is. Okay, should I pull up a walkthrough just in case we need it?
I mean, maybe later.
Maybe. We'll see how we fare.
If we look at the special contents, there's short extra episodes.
Oh, here, yeah.
But these are all like we'll do these after because they might have spoilers. If I remember right, the 3DS games that I played also had these. They're like weird, like what if kind of scenarios.
Oh,
like they're not canon or anything.
I thought those were like the cutscenes. I thought those were the cutscenes before each case started, because you know how they do like the anime cutscenes.
No, I mean I think it also has those, but those are like extra little visual novel parts.
Gotcha.
But they're not canon.
Also, should we discuss who we're voicing again? Because I know I'm Naruhodo, right? That's who I was. I was Ryunosuke, and I was Susanoo.
Yeah, you're the main character.
Yeah.
And I'm like all the supporting characters.
Basically, yes, you are.
Yes.
And again, if you ever need, like, because were you also you were the guy who eats the fish and chips? Wow, you're just drinking my drink now.
Yeah. It's a big drink.
Yeah, it is. I'm a big girl, though. I mean, I'm not very tall, but I'm an adult. But yes, and then I'm the judge. I remember that.
Yeah, of course, you do the judge voice.
Yes, I am the judge, always.
I think usually when there's like a girl or something.
Yeah, because wasn't I the little girl who is like Watson's daughter?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because I'm like, I can do like old lady voices if we need them, but I can't really do the young girl voices, so you have to do those.
And I'm always open to voice whoever. I'm good with that.
Ready?
Okay, you said make sure we're well watered. Is that what you were saying, Suriken? Nice. Yes, here. Let's take a sip. And it's good to have you with us, Suriken. I hope you enjoy this.
Baskervilles.
A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen.
It's coming! James's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistols I cocked, and I waited breathlessly in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear.
On the screen.
Look well, Wilson, Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast.
That's strange.
Huh.
For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles.
Okay. Weird. Well, we'll see if that's maybe just in the cutscene.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, hang on.
What?
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought the text was going. I was like, wait. I don't even know what they said. But also, I had to interject when I saw the Hounds of Baskerville pop up. I was like, man, I've watched that H-Bomb video so many times now about Sherlock that now all I can hear is him ranting about how in that Sherlock episode, it couldn't be a dog. It's got to be a guy with a t-shirt that says Hound on it. Get it? Because it's Hound. Yeah, so anyway, that was going through my head the entire time I was watching that. I'm not sure who's speaking. I'm assuming it's Ryunosuke, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country. And in Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. Which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. When it was spelling out legal counsel, I was like, Naruhodo's leg. Knock, knock, knock. That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy.
I'm the telegram boy.
But after
All right, bye.
but after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san? Yes? It's time to leave. Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So, shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Yes. Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let me see, what case is it today?
Sato, are you okay?
Here we go again.
Do you have early onset Alzheimer's?
Oh no, poor Susato. Probably talk. Let's do some conversing. So, what was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but you're not going to get away with that. Well, I didn't think it would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. All right, I understand.
When it's most dramatic.
Yes, at the end of this episode, most likely. I suppose Soseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. I don't blame him, I would have too. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had that very long...
Sorry.
hit that gritty, I guess. We had that very long telegram for him. Do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. But by and large... Aw, thank you, Fox. You're great too. And you know what? I agree. Ergo is also very entertaining, and he's a good mouse clicker.
Of course, you have to say that right after I make just a stupid Fortnite joke.
That's why you're entertaining. Good for you, honey. But it's good to have you, Fox. I hope that you're doing well. Let's see. A voyage has been going well. Okay, I think we read that.
Is it still looking okay on the stream? I think so. Okay, I guess it is just, there's something about, I guess, the video cutscenes that were just called.
I mean, it was also kind of textured within the video, I thought, personally, but that was just me.
No, there was something weird going on.
Oh, okay. Noted.
Yeah.
Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Something wrong with the stream? Is it scuff? I was just wondering what might have become of Soseki-san had he stayed in London. That's all. You mean as regards Lord Von Zeeks, the Reaper?
Right. I think we were thinking like, because like when the one guy,
yeah,
the rich guy, when he got declared innocent,
yes,
and then he was killed in a fire. I think we were kind of thinking like, oh, Baron Van Zeeks probably did it.
Maybe.
Because he's like, oh, he never lets anybody, get away.
And they call him the Reaper, yeah.
Yeah, like anybody who he prosecutes always ends up
dead.
Yeah.
Also, looks like she's smoldering just because of the kettle behind them. She just looks like she's slowly steaming, like there's gas coming out of her, you know? She's just like slowly deflating.
Or she's doing that thing, like, you know, when somebody like pulls their collar, they're like, I don't know.
Hot under the collar. Oh no. Do you think Natsume's gonna die?
Oh god, like his ship is gonna like crash. And
Wait, no, has everyone actually died that we've...
What?
Because, like, the first person we defended when we got here
Was the rich guy.
was the rich guy. He was the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, because the second case was on the boat.
Yeah,
And the first case was in Japan.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh god, no, I hope Natsume doesn't die. He was such a weird dork.
Yeah, like we find out, that his boat like sank or something.
No,
Oh god, we're gonna look up that author and find out he actually died on a boat.
Ergo, you got your phone out. Go for it. Let's check. Here, I can clicky while you do that. Yes, I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case. Well, we're hoping he's just not dead entirely. Oh, we're talking about the Reaper now. What is it they say? That no one who stands on the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Like the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire.
It looks like he lived after leaving England, so...
Okay, so maybe he doesn't die.
I don't know.
We'll have to find out. Let's see what Ace Attorney does. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Soseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means... that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? We don't want it to affect real-life historical people, of course. Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields the sword of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months.
See, I was also just going to think, like, because, I mean, Natsume was actually innocent.
Yeah, he was, so he shouldn't die anyway.
Yeah, like, so, like, maybe, the curse is only if they're...
actually bad, yeah.
We're not innocent.
Because do you remember when that trial ended? Because I know the thing I was reading was non-spoilery, it didn't get into the nitty-gritties of everything. Do you remember at the end, did Von Zeke still go like... you're guilty. Like, did he still think he was guilty?
With the one with Natsume?
Yeah, or was it kind of like the Edgeworth where he was just like, you are innocent.
No, yeah, I remember with that one, I think he conceded, like, he was like, yeah, okay. He, like, accepted it. But I remember, when we were defending the rich guy, he, like, was not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Happy.
Well, because we knew. There was a certain point, I think, in that case where we knew.
Well, and, like, I'm trying to remember, wasn't
he
it
was
like
sus, but we didn't have proof of it.
Yeah, did he basically get out on like a technicality or something?
I think so. Yeah, it was something like that because I don't think we could have gotten him on anything, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway. Okay. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. You know, actually innocent people.
No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zieks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter.
Oh?
Yes, since Soseki-san's trial. You know, so like a year and a half ago. I know it says 2 months, but it's been
a year and a half for Grezzy and Ergo.
He's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. He's gone back into his coffin.
Or hanging upside down in his cave, because Grezzy gives him a vampire voice.
Really?
Yeah, you don't know? You don't remember? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So it's just been me who's had to face him in this recent spate of trials then. Ugh, just my luck.
I wonder if luck doesn't come into it.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
I wonder how different my Susato-san's voice is. Because I don't really remember what I did for her before. It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now. but I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle.
Oh, would you like some tea, Naruhodo-san?
Thank you, Susato-san, but I'm alright for now. With the green tea Susato-san makes me from time to time, and Iris's unique herbal infusions. This place is paradise for a true tea lover.
Green tea is such a wonderful accompaniment to British tea cakes, don't you think?
Right, I forgot, it does actually, like, blinks. when it comes
Yeah, blinks when you get to the right thing to clicky. We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already.
You could tidy up once in a while.
Susato-san, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause.
And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework.
She wins. But I'm supposed to be the lawyer here.
When will you learn the Maya is always right?
The Daruma doll I brought with me from home, still with only one eye colored in. I said I'd color the other eye once I won my first court case here in Britain, but
But you have one, haven't you? Twice, in fact.
because I feel as though I'm still lacking as a lawyer. I tell you what. I'll tell you what, Bobby. Why don't you color the other eye in once you think I'm a proper, fully fledged lawyer?
If you insist. It'll never get colored in then.
Wow. Just brutal.
So this is the tea set that Susato-san brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter.
Oops, I said that out loud.
Oop, that was supposed to be an inside thought.
Tea is a drink to be enjoyed, Naruhodo-san. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know. I don't like to see you screw up your face, so.
She and Iroh would get along.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, we can... Oh, there we go. I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place.
Just clicked on nothing.
Here, can we move? There we go.
There.
Yeah, more of the room.
Yeah, we haven't really gotten a look at their
Yeah, at their place.
office, whatever.
This seems to be the telegram. Let's see.
No, you mustn't look at that. Not under any circumstances.
All right, I won't.
And then it's just like a letter, and it just says like, Ryunosuke Naruhodo is a pee-pee poo-poo head. It's just like somebody who just doesn't like you.
Hang on. I'm not going to say what I was spoiled on, but I know that you know what I was spoiled on because I told
Yeah.
you about it. I do wonder
If it's related to
if
that.
it's related to that. I
Maybe.
do kind of wonder. But anyway,
I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san, but you can be very mischievous at times.
then put the telegram away if you don't want people looking at it.
Ryunosuke, you shouldn't just be going through people's mail. You shouldn't have to do
I mean,
that.
to be fair, it's mail that came to him. Like,
Oh, it was?
To his-
Oh, I thought it was addressed to her.
I mean, I assume it was just addressed to the office.
Oh, okay. We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well, and the anemones too.
It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea behind glass inside your room. Another example of Great Britain's greatness.
Having to clean it out and change the water isn't so great, though, is it?
Can't investigate this garlic. That's a lot of garlic.
Yes, it's to ward off Von Zeeks.
Oh,
Duh! Because he's a vampire! Do you know, I've never seen inside your room there, Susato-san. I've never even peeped inside.
I should think so too. A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know. It's where all of my squishy-mellows are.
Whatever you say, young maiden.
I think that's everything.
Nothing to the left?
Now we look around.
Okay. Alright. I guess we move.
We can present.
Oh!
armband.
Yeah, let's present our armband to Sasato.
Look at it again, see if he says anything different.
These are the scales of justice. They're a symbol of the defense, aren't they?
Yes, that's right. The scales are a symbol of fairness to show that all are treated equally in the eyes of the law. And they're a warning to those who enter the courtroom without an impartial mind.
But if they're the mark of the defense, it would be more auspicious if they were weighing more heavily on the not guilty side, I think.
Very impartial, I'm sure.
Nothing that says,
Oh, yeah, it says.
Kazuma, our lover, no! I can't find anything out of place.
Wait, what? Did I click wrong?
The lawyer's name is embroidered on the inside here. Look. Kazuma Asogi. This was his band, of course.
He had his heart set on this study tour in Great Britain.
I'm sure he would have found the truth he longed for here. But he lost his life before he even had the chance to see the place.
I have such a strong sense of his hopes and dreams when I look at this armband, though.
It's like I can still hear his voice. And it comes out from the armband. Help! My consciousness has been stuck inside here this whole time! Help!
It means a great deal to me, you know. And Ergo keeps drinking out of Grezzy's drink.
Yep.
Unapologetically, too. He's guilty.
Wow.
But also that you cherish his armband so, and wear it each time you appear in court. You really did love him.
Well, it's very important to me. It's what shows that I'm a lawyer. And whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength through Kazuma. I absolutely can't be without it, especially when I'm at a critical point in a trial.
But just the other day, I noticed you wearing it when we went to visit that park.
Sometimes I forget to take it off. And also, Kazuma wanted to stroll through the park, okay? Guess we're going to Sholmes' Suite. Say Sholmes' Suite 5 times fast. There you go.
Sweet, Sholmes sweet, Sholmes sweet, Sholmes sweet, Sholmes sweet.
Okay. Sholmes' Suite, Sholmes' Suite, Sholmes' Suite, Sholmes' Suite. I couldn't do it.
Morning, Runa. Morning, Susie.
I don't remember the voice I gave you either.
Good morning, Iris.
You can't hear it, but there's violin music going on right now. It's like... Iris?
What is it, Runo?
What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled.
Ah, yes. You noticed that, did you? Hurley isn't in the best form this morning, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that, yeah, you're Holmes. Yeah, you're Holmes.
What was the voice for him? Just vaguely British?
I don't know. I mean, do you want to pause and look at one of the old ones on YouTube for a second? It's okay. Give him whatever voice feels the best in your heart.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes?
It's you.
Good morning.
A good morning to die, perhaps.
This sounds right. I think that was
Just
it.
like very dramatic.
Yeah. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before...
Huh. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead.
All right, howl.
Damn this blanched existence.
Oh.
That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence.
Oh, he's depressed.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. Meow.
Kitty. He didn't say meow.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Waga High.
Oh, so, Natsume just left his cat?
I guess.
Good morning, boy.
The cat meows like, you can do it if you want, but the game does it. That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. Like a cat door. But how did it get there?
Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris.
Oh, it would indeed be a fine day to die.
Oof. Ugh, I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. His bong is nowhere to be seen.
I don't remember what was on his desk.
So I don't know. Let's see if he'll tell us. Look at Mr. Sholmes' desk. It's completely clear. Isn't that enormous machine usually on it?
Oh yeah, it was just kind of like a big weird science machine.
Honestly, I don't even remember that, but sure.
I vaguely remember.
We can never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruhodo.
Maybe like a microscope or something?
Why, next time we're invited, we may find he's vacated the entire suite.
That's scarily plausible, actually.
Is that a bong?
Yeah, there it is. There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry, apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment.
Oh, it's such a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it?
Wasn't she getting mad at us for not organizing things?
Yep. She's a fangirl, remember?
Oh, right, yeah. I can't remember. Yeah, she was like a fan of the stories and stuff.
Yeah. It just looks messy to me, like my desk.
But you, Mr. Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself.
No favoritism there, then. Do the skull. Do the skull.
Nah.
Ah, it's nothing. What about the papers on the floor?
Nope.
Nope, nothing. The fire's burning comfortingly in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow.
Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be?
Look at this photograph.
Every time it makes me laugh.
Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting.
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Oh, the woman. Probably Irene Adler.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, well, we got an achievement for that too.
Sweet.
That's cool.
I still think that little elf shoe is funny.
Is there?
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
These are all mementos of Mr. Sholmes' past cases, I think. If he'd been involved in my case, I wonder if the beefsteak from La Carnival would be on display there.
Was that the name of the boat?
La Carnival, I guess. Because it was the
wait, it was
restaurant.
the Buria.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry, that was the restaurant. That was the restaurant in the first case, yeah.
Yeah.
A mystery shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, a bust of Napoleon. Ah, what an entrancing collection. Gracie can't read.
It looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me, rather like what's on my own shelves.
Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruhodo.
No favoritism there at all. Ergo, you know about the stories. Do any of those make sense to you?
No.
No?
Yeah, I don't remember. I need to read more of them.
Yeah, you do. It looks like that huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. It seems very sturdy, with an equally sturdy lock.
Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous. How did you come to that conclusion?
Right? Just look at Iris. Thought we could talk.
Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then.
Oh, yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy.
Huh. It would appear his previous owner has completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews as empty as the hearts of the muses.
Is he upset because Wagahai doesn't like him or something? Oops. Hit the disc. Oh!
If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place.
I expect he would have taken him if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience.
And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed.
Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable.
Oh. Yes, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from?
Oh, you noticed? You are observant, Runo. Look, I used this. It's my latest invention.
Cat door installer, Mabob.
Yep, exactly what I would have called it. What is that?
I call it the Cat Flapomat.
Gosh, a machine for making doors? Just for cats?
That's right. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds.
I'm gonna bring it on to Shark Tank.
And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see.
Yeah, how does that...
Any
that work?
door. Any door.
Also, is this like Chekhov's cat flap maker?
Yes, exactly.
We're gonna have to use this to solve something.
Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap?
Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris.
She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl.
Anything else?
Hang on. Oh, Shobra! Hello, Shobra. How are you? How was your stream? Yes, from the shadows, you have arisen. Or you have arrived, sorry. And welcome everybody from Shobra. Hope you're all doing well. We are finally playing Great Ace Attorney Adventures again. Aw, and thank you, Shobra, for gifting a sub to Fox. That's so kind of you. Aw, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. You're so wonderful.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
Shadow people. I don't know. I don't know if Shobra has a name for their viewers.
Welcome from the Shadow Realm. Aww. And thank you for following, Soph. And for anyone who's not aware, my name is Grezzy, and this is my husband, Ergo.
Hi.
He speaks through me.
Apparently.
Yeah, I'm a puppet.
I have my hand in your back, like a ventriloquist.
I still need to make that. I still need to make like a Grezzy model where it's like you and me. It's like our half of our face, you know, or whatever. But Soph, welcome to the Treasure Hoard. You are a treasured person, not just because you followed, but because you are, and we all need those reminders sometimes. So welcome aboard. If you like Ace Attorney, you're going to be at home around here, because I love Ace Attorney, and so does Ergo. And this is us finally revisiting this game after a year and a half. Some individuals refer to themselves as Shadow Watchers, but onlookers. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, right now we're observing Herlock Sholmes's suite.
Yes.
Iris's beautiful tea set is there on the table as usual. A cup of one of her special herbal blends always helps me to relax when I'm feeling the strain.
The English pastime of tea has many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? It's the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essence of tea.
Definitely would get along with Iroh. 100%. Where's the Susato and Uncle Iroh fan art? Them drinking tea together. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Iris doing much writing recently. But there's paper already set up in the typewriter. Look, as if she's about to start.
That reminds me, when I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed.
Oh yeah, Mr. Natsume.
That's what I'll be doing too once I'm back in Japan, he said through tightly clenched fists and teeth.
Drugs?
That's a charming little white shelf full of drugs. And full of charming little bottles too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems. Oh, I guess they are drugs.
Science is the future, Mr. Naruhodo. You can't deny it. I'm saving my money so that I can buy some chemistry apparatus as well.
Law, chemistry, takedown throws. What diverse skills you boast, Miss Susato.
As useful as they are, I'm not sure that my throwing skills are worthy of inclusion in that list.
Come on, Susato, you're one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen.
Is that everything?
I think so. Can we converse with anybody?
I'm guessing we can converse with Sholmes.
Oh, of course, Shobra, no worries. Yeah, no, right after his stream, I know I'm like mentally and physically exhausted and need some noms and stuff, so by all means, do what you must do and relax, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever it is. And much like the heroes of the Umbrian Estate, I require something to reduce the burden of stress. Yes, absolutely. Do all the de-stressing stuff, my friend. You deserve it. Aw, and thank you for the well wishes. Much appreciate. Much appreciate. I already can't talk. Whew.
Like our options here. Wanting to die?
No! Oh, Herlock, come on. We've all been depressed. It's okay. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What happened?
It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its melissonant tones would make flowers bloom.
It would?
But now, the muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
For hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the night I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone, gone forever. No more recitals of unbridled emotion.
Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley?
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll come back to you in time.
Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man, the next they unmercifully withdraw it.
You know what? That's a mood. I feel that anytime I try to draw something and I'm like, this looks like poo-poo. Oh dear.
Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left for pity's sake? What is left?
Deduction perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for?
Missing machine.
Maybe it went to Don't Starve. It's a science machine after all.
Yeah.
Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today.
Ah, well done, Miss Susato. Your observational skills do you credit.
Oh no, Mr. Sholmes, they pale into significance when compared to yours, even though you get every deduction wrong.
You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you?
You mean Hurley's great antellidoscope? That's at Windy Banks now.
Sorry, it's at Windy Bank?
No, Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery.
Pawn? What?
You mean you've pawned that enormous machine of yours?
It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly.
But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you.
Dear madam, things are far from desperate.
But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate?
Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you.
It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all.
It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works.
Oh,
What's to understand exactly? Yeah, the show, Pawnbrokers,
Yep.
they're not on.
Pawn Stars?
Pawn Stars, that's it. How pawnbroking works.
Guess we'll find out.
What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works?
To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks.
banks?
On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week.
And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned.
I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us.
Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London.
And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise.
Oh, how ingenious.
So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windy Banks, you see.
A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault.
Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers were different here in Great Britain? So wait, do people not go up there and go, hey, I want to buy that, you
Right?
know?
Yeah,
You sure?
I mean, I guess maybe you tell them, like, hey, don't sell it to anybody, I don't know.
No matter what they offer you, no matter how much money.
Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? Like your undies that one time. That was really gross.
What does it matter? The world is dead to me now.
Oh my god.
Oh, the kitty!
What was that?
Wagahai?
Oh, clatter, clatter! Oh dear! Something is the matter.
What was that?
Oh no! Wagahai's tangled up in your violin!
How?
I think he thinks it's a toy.
No! What's he doing to it?
Oh dear, Mr. Sholmes's precious violin.
Why should I care?
What?
I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I now.
Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he?
Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives. Shall I, Hurley?
Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage.
I mean,
Can we? Here, go and let's move around the room a little.
where is it?
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
So this is the violin, is it?
It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier, Antonio Stradivari.
Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me.
I happened upon it, covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. Well, you sure somebody wasn't just leaving it there to come get it later?
Yeah, that guy, he wasn't just going, I'm going to buy some stuff and then get my violin back.
The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings.
How honorable of you.
Yes, I scammed this guy. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made.
Well, see, Ergo, you say that all disapprovingly, but like, you know, if there weren't some like Goosebump Choose Your Own Adventures in print in a pawn shop somewhere, you wouldn't go, oh my god, you can never find these anywhere, this is so rare. You'd be like, yeah, it's probably worth like, what, 5 cents? Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Alright.
I ask you, is there reason to live in a world devoid of music, to tolerate this blanched existence? No. There is none.
Mr. Sholmes?
What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine.
Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think?
Hmm?
What do you mean, Miss Sasato?
Oh, Susie's right! Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different.
And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before.
Wait, it's not even the right size, is it?
Huh. What's this? What's this? There's white shit everywhere.
I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all.
Yeah, what? Then what?
It's the viola!
I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola.
Knew it. I know enough about instruments to know.
Also, he didn't notice.
Wait, did this happen before or after the cat got to it?
I'm assuming before.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, that couldn't have happened in that span of time.
I mean, they're saying it's a completely different instrument. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? What? Bobby!
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you all right?
You're right. You are quite right. Right. Phoenix, right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam?
Not your faithful performing partner, then.
I see what must have happened.
You do, Iris?
This is just a simple mix-up.
Sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her.
Well,
Guess we gotta go over to her.
Oh, right. I guess we have to do this. Mix up.
What did you mean by a mix-up, Iris?
Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Windy Banks until last week.
At the pawnbrokers? Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner?
There is a proverb from the East.
There is a proverb from the East with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows.
Sorry, I forgot.
always let a beloved child travel.
Yes, it did. So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth? Oh, what a wonderful idea.
Is it? Last week I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Windybank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. I see what he did there.
Right? No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings.
Pshaw, a fine state of affairs this is. And why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time.
But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault. Nope, I lied.
That was past me. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere.
Sorry?
Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect. Fressing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced?
We must visit Mr. Windybank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes?
Precisely, Miss Susato. Without a moment's delay.
But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs.
My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to fress your egg ever more obtusely.
All right, say no more. Let's go then.
Don't worry, Runo. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later.
Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker's looks like.
Here, do you want to take like a little break?
Yeah, we can take a smidgen of a break.
Yeah, I figure we can
just to collect ourselves.
break it up every
And Soph, you said that you're confused. Yeah, this is Holmes does make things, or not Holmes, Sholmes does make things a little confusing from time to time.
Yeah.
He's rather absurd. But if it's just in general, take heart in knowing that this is technically the last case within this overall game. So if there's some things that are a little confusing, that might be part of it as well. But let us know if there's something specific that's confusing you. We can try. We'll do our best. But again, if it has something to do with Sholmes over here, there's not much we can do. He's just an idiot. A lovable idiot. But yeah, so we take like a small little break.
Sure, we'll be right back after these messages.
Yeah, go find a violin.
Ba-dum-bum.